What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Gamers for Life podcast for each and every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Talking that gaming shit. I'm one of your hosts, Jarrell. With me is Artis Fartis. What's happening, my guy?
Not much. Probably. I don't know. In a good way. I've just been playing a lot of shit that's been making me forget life because it's good. Because we know, get this, games are fun because of their escapism. Whoa. But yeah, no, been good. Yeah, but yeah,
Very
we'll
cool.
go into it a little bit more. But otherwise, been walking more, cooking a lot, cooking a lot more meats to balance health, but iron because I get blood a lot. And then they're like, Arthur, there's spinach and tofu. Yeah, but I don't know. Would you, Gerald, gun your head? Would you rather have 10 servings of steak or 10 servings of spinach and tofu?
10 servings of steak is a lot.
Fine, replace the number. I just means hey, you win the lottery,
yeah.
you can have a lifetime supply of steak or a lifetime supply of spinach and tofu.
Yeah, obviously the steak is much more appetizing.
Let me phrase that. A good cooked steak. British people are like, well, sir, actually, I've had my steak charred to a crisp. That's the way the Queen likes it. God save the Queen. Well done is the only way to cook steak. I prefer my spinach and the Oriental tofu. Yeah, no, fuck that. Yeah, no, it's steak. So, otherwise, yeah, just been like I said. I told you this year I'm trying to get blood a lot more. So far I'm on it, and two more donations. But be at the 3 gallons.
Wow, congrats. That's amazing.
It's a lot of cookies. Life saved too, but priorities.
Man, yeah. I mean, before we dive into, of course, there's a lot. This is one of the craziest weeks of the year, usually for games, as far as for these showcases.
June. It's
June,
showcase
yeah.
week.
What E3 once was, right?
Yep,
Now
yep,
we
yep.
have showcases to replace it. So, but yeah, I mean, I mean, I've been doing Vine, not too much stuff. There's just been doing a lot of different. A lot of stuff on my channel for JPal Network. I do the Tesla Tech, a lot of different handhelds and stuff testing, like different Android devices using Game Hub, or Game Native, which you can access to Steam. You can play Steam games on your Android devices. So I've been doing that, and it's playing a bunch of different stuff. What is that? What was it? Galactic Circuit? I think I put into the chat. It's like a free game because the sequel's coming out. It's like a fun indie Mega Man Bionic Commando type game. Actually, really fun. The soundtrack is really dope too. So
As the kids say, like early 2000s Chris Brown, that soundtrack slaps. It's crazy.
it definitely does. It definitely does. So yeah. I've been playing stuff like that.
And moving on from one of Arthur's jokes, let's continue.
No, it was a good one. It was good. I'll give that to you. But yeah, so obviously before we get started here, if you're watching this, hello. Of course, subscribing would be great. If you could do that, it is at G4L Podcast. That is where Arthur manages the streams. That is where we have the episodes and everything, everything of the above. And if you wanted to see a website that's not YouTube that shows those things, you can go to linktree.com/gamers for life, the one-stop link to everything regarding the show. And here at the Gamers for Life podcast, we read the news while you can watch or listen to what you choose by clicking on the links in the time code in the description of the video, so you can check out what segment that you just want to listen to, or if you just want to listen to the whole thing or watch the whole thing, you can do that here at the Gamers for Life podcast, again at G4L Podcast, which is the YouTube channel name. So as we mentioned, this is the year, right? This is the time of the year as far as for the biggest gaming showcases and what have you, replacing E3 for what was. And we're gonna do forwards and then rewind, since the most recent thing that we just got done watching was the Xbox showcase, where Asha Sharma, of course, is leading that now since she's the new CEO. So I kind of want to throw the ball in your court just to kind of talk about the games that's stuck out to you that you were like, oh, okay, or like, just like kind of some of the things that just you had an opinion on for the games that were shown there. I know you saw it 1.5 or 7.5.
Cause I got
burn
YouTube.
through it.
I got YouTube Premium, so not just to fucking flash my stacks on you. But It's like, why are you jealous of Arthur? Oh, because he rolls 22-inch chrome and stacks paper to the ceiling. But which includes YouTube Premium. No, what I'm saying is, for the sake of time, I did not watch it live. I watched it at 1.5 speed just to get it going. Had shit to do, people to see. We got lives. So, games. First off, a lot of games. Was actually impressed. Okay, right off the bat, top of it, Gears of War ED. It looks way more crisp and clean than I thought. For those of you that haven't seen or really remember, like Gears of War 1, it was gritty, it was chunky, very fun, and definitely put the Xbox 360 through its paces of what it can do. But if one for one you put Gears of War Day 1 versus the gameplay, that's another shout out to Drill, gameplay trailer, more what we saw for Gears of War E-Day, they're definitely putting that thing through its paces. The only gripe I have about Gears of War E-Day, Girl, I would have liked to see more gameplay with cooperative, because I'm sure it'll be cooperative, but hey, we thought Halo would be cooperative, and look what the fuck happened there. Ooh, friends on an Xbox game, we can do that? But I thought everything's an Xbox. Fuck. I thought people were gonna play this on their fucking fridge. So we only made Halo one player. No. But again, I just would have liked to see more cooperative gameplay. Next up, Fable. Not go one by one, but they had a lot. I will say this, Drill, a real quick comment as a whole. Xbox had a lot of Xbox first games. Xbox had a lot of like, this is like Xbox Game Studios, this is made by us, things like that.
Really quick, to quickly comment on Gears of War. As far as one thing that I found really interesting in the chat, because I was watching the live chat, I was on the Game Awards channel watching the live stream.
That's where I watched it too.
Oh, right on, yeah. So to put it into perspective, right? Gears of War came out 2006, November 7th, 2006. So it's funny how June 7th, 2026 is when the announcement for E-Day, obviously taking place before Gears of War 1, but it's funny because there's a lot of people in the chat that were like, what is this script? This is written so bad, but it's just like you have a younger generation that probably didn't play the first Gears of War and don't understand how it is very cheesy, but it's like gung ho macho machismo, like killing aliens type shit. So
young kids might think Dom is hashtag toxic masculinity. Oh, I don't know, man. Shit, they're killing aliens, but have they asked them what have they asked them for consent before they throw a grenade in their face or a chainsaw in them half? No, so that might be problematic for the young ones.
So people hear Marcus Phoenix's lines and stuff, and they're just like, this is written so bad. It's like, no, this is Gears of War, this is the lore, this is how it is, So I found that really interesting. As far as for just this is a whole different generation that's getting exposed to E-Day. And then what are your thoughts on it being a console exclusive?
Good.
Okay.
Xbox has finally realized it's worth putting their nuts on the fucking table. Stop being a little pushover bitch. Stop making everything a fucking Xbox. Stop making anything Xbox that can play Xbox games, even if it has a Sony logo on it. Good.
Yeah.
Competition. I think competition breeds creativity, and because they haven't viewed anything as competition, their creativity's been fucking dead.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I just think it's funny because it's hey, why don't we do what worked 20 years ago? Have our best games as a console exclusive. It's okay, now you guys are finally thinking. It took 20 years, huh? Yeah, but I think I completely agree. I think the only asterisk for me is for this whole PC environment, as far as trying to connect it with Xbox. People are what about PC? Console exclusive. What about PC? Console exclusive. So it's you either gotta dust off your Xbox or buy a new one, bitch. So it's okay. But anyway, please continue. You're talking about Fable announcement.
No. So just going through the games. Real quick, one last thing for Gears of War as I have it back up. I'm really curious to see how. So real quick, back to Gears of War. I'm real quick to see how when they show Marcus taking steroids. Because I don't know if you remember Marcus and Dom, especially Marcus, Gears of War Day 1, laughably, who gives a fuck, jacked, yoked, Barry Bonds era steroids of a super soldier. Let's fucking go. This guy's like, guys, I just left the improv show. It was so fun, and this coffee espresso was so good. Oh my god, it looks like guns. It just like, again, going from like Day 1, like Gears of War 1 Marcus can wipe the floor with this fucking Marcus. So just
he looks like Joel from Last of Us. I was like, yeah, that's true.
So I'm just really curious of how they just like welcome to the army. Now bend over and put this needle in your butt. What? Hoorah! So Fable, I'll be honest, I'm not excited about it. There's a lot of elements they remove from it where Fable for me is in the category drill for a lot of people. Like Dragon Age. For me, Fable and Dragon Age. Will people find Fable fun? Yes. For a lot of other people, they've removed so much core mechanics and concepts. It's no longer a Fable game. It's just another single-player fantasy RPG. So, like Dragon Age, what was all the paid articles we saw Day 1? Return the form, return the form, return the form. You removed all these mechanics. How the fuck can you legally say return to form when you removed all this shit? So
yeah, it's just marketing quip bullshit.
And they're all paid allegedly because you can't say they were paid even though every fucking journalist had the same fucking article. So Fable short version, I don't give a shit. Like I said, Joel, watching the trailer, they removed the character customization. Joel, there's only like 8 heads. Like their character customization is less in depth than Hogwarts Legacy. And that, like I said, actually, Joel, I think there's more heads to choose from in Madden 25 than Fable. There's more character customization in Madden than this fucking game. So you can definitely tell that chick that was on the cover was meant to be the main character the whole time. Again, that's not what fucking Fable is. Fable is your character. It's your story. So,
yeah.
First one, Fable, I couldn't give a shit. Gerald, remember, there's no good and evil. And you and I coming from the Mass Effect 3 days of that Renegade button of like, hi, I'm a paparazzi. Can I ask you a question? Bam! Go fuck yourself. It's like, I was like, hi, I'm Commander Shepard. Catch these hands.
I think for me, really quick, to me, it's not even a Fable game.
Yeah,
it's just
another. It's an Xbox first party fantasy game.
Yeah, it's a completely different game that's titled Fable. So I kind of have it's not a controversial opinion, but I'll wait until after we talk about more. After we talk about, you want to do just do it now.
Do it now.
I mean,
what's us without tangents?
I mean, I won't over tangents because we have a lot of shit to go through. But like, while I don't have a problem playing a female character, there's clearly a forced narrative where every other game you're playing a female character. And again, I don't have a problem playing a female character, but like, I feel like the forced narrative of because like this is like the era, and hey, kudos to them, right? Like me as a person of color, I've been playing white characters my entire fucking life, right? You know what I mean? For like a lot of these games until recently. So like kudos to them, I guess, as far as having female characters, but I feel like there's such a pushed agenda where that's oversitting like the quality of the game. Like, and it's getting to the point where like me, I'm a very like I grew I lived in Long Beach for 12 years. Like I'm a very much like, yeah, like cool, whatever, diversity, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, open-minded, like, you know what I mean? But there's a point of contention where it's like, okay, we're not just doing this because like, we're not doing this and making a quality game. We're doing this to do it. But quality is kind of back-ending a lot of different games, like Star Wars Outlaws and quite a few other titles. That one title that you've mentioned consistently. Forspoken. There's another one that was like one of the creators was from Kotaku or some shit. You were mentioning it, like the lady with the bowl cut.
Oh, yeah, the medieval lesbian game, like 1348 Night Fox. Yeah, that night game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that medieval game, whose, again, developers did not leave the marketing to the marketing team or a social media team, and the developers went online and said, hey, anyone else make a medieval game that's not like us? Go fuck yourself. And they had less than 1,000 players.
Yeah, like it's just it's really getting annoying, dare I say. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't mind playing a female character, but quality has got to be behind that. You know what I mean? Like, I just think there's such a forced narrative, and I kind of understand. And of course, we'll talk about it a little later, but I kind of understand why there are certain people that are kind of annoyed with this new God of War announcement. Like, even though the game does look good, so that's probably the one game where it does look like they are making the quality of the game fantastic. You know, A1, just as good as as the when you're playing Kratos. And I would rather play play her as versus fucking Atreus, because he was always annoying to me. But so I'd rather play her than his son. But yeah, I just it's kind of like, yeah, it's getting a little, not saying it's a little much, but clearly the narrative is there, but the quality isn't matching the narrative. So I don't know.
I'll go a step further, Drill, and I'll say it's annoying because they're making it annoying. Like I said, they're going to the point where, oh, you don't like the quality of our game? You're this, labeling you, to the shit where they're doxing people at work and trying to get motherfuckers fired because they don't like their fucking game. So I'm going to go a step further and say go fuck them. Because like I said, there's a difference in making a bad fucking game, and these developers encouraging behavior that's like, hey, this person didn't like our game. Internet, do your thing. Internet, go find him. Internet, my God, if they're still employed by next week, I'm disappointed. No, so fuck them. So like Veilguard, and all those people that got laid off, were all of them in that bucket of like anti-consumer, anti-customer, anti-gamer, anti-free thought, anti-opinion? No. But the vocal ones are ruining it for everyone else. Like I said, I'm gonna throw a number. There could have been like 100 developers between 1348, but because those like two motherfuckers that ran their shit online, guess what? When they got the boot, like I said, same thing with Veilguard, and same thing with Ubisoft and their Outlaws bullshit. We're clapping them as they're walking out the door carrying their box. So that's a difference, because that's the line. There's a line between making a bad fucking game. Who gives a shit? I've seen Sharknado. Is it a good movie? No. Do I enjoy it? Yeah. Am I gonna pay? Am I gonna pay for the exclusive blah blah edition? Fuck no. But there's a difference between making a bad product and openly like not only being anti-consumer but threatening
predatory almost.
Threatening consumers for having differentiating opinions on their product. Like, replace the word game with anything else. Hey, here's a burger coming out. You didn't like our burger? You're a misogynist. You didn't like our burger? You're a bloodist. You're this. Motherfucker, I can like. I don't have to like all burgers. You know
right.
You know what I mean? Not everything. Not everything is a Carl's Jr. Not everything is a Carl's Jr. double Western bacon burger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my thing. Well, I'm gonna take a step further because they already have. Like, Joe, remember Hogwarts Legacy? Like, I'm fat. Elephants don't forget. There were people encouraging people again, openly, to end themselves because they were playing Hogwarts Legacy. So if these games fail, and they're publicly going off saying, I don't like this, I don't like that, you don't like this, so screw you. Again, that's why again, every action has equal opposite reaction. People are cheering when their game fails. Now, so that's why with Fable, like you said, Joel, this isn't Fable. This was clearly going to be a single-player RPG about that main cover girl, and be an RPG. Well, there's no good and bad. There's no inherent good or bad. Because remember, like, I think it was, what was it, Fable 2, Drill? If you don't remember, you can literally sacrifice your sister if you choose to do so to get one of the most powerful, to get the most powerful weapon in the game. No, we can't be evil. There is no evil. So yeah, Fable. So yeah, tangent. Like I said, Joel, you're right. This shit's shoehorned in. It is forced. To some people, it's in the category of annoying. Like I said, to others that are just unfortunately lying too much, reading what they're posting out, the teams that are making these games are posting out. It's like I said, it's more than annoying. It's combative. Like I said, it's no longer about the product. It becomes about like the message that they're pushing online, even though it has nothing to do with the game, but they're doing it, so it becomes combative. So that's definitely, like I said, Fable's in that category. I will say this tangent, Drill, God of War. You're right. It's in this like almost uncanny valley where it's like, oh, it's a God of War game. Even what's his name, Jeff Keighley, one of the guys that was originally behind God of War, he's like, well, this is a God of War. That's not Kratos. This isn't God of War. Like, Halo game, but oh, you're like this other chick. Well, that's
people have been saying "Mom of War."
That's well, that's really light, Drill, because the comment section, dude, the comment section for
oh yeah,
God of War,
people are insane. People are insane, bro.
God of Laundry was just wild, and God of Laundry was just wild. But I will say, like, to your point, Drill, to God of War, it's almost that, like I said, Uncanny Valley, where that too is also in the category of like, who asked for this? But quality in the category of that combat did look good.
Yeah.
My last thing for God of War, I will say though, that cube and that talking sword, that gave Forspoken vibes. Oh my god, am I talking to a sword? Oh my god, can she talk to us? Are we talking sword? Are we talking to a dead girl? Am I talking sword talking to a dead girl? I'm like, oh my god. One of you fight to kill the other one right now.
Yeah.
So the combat looked good, but the script looks annoying.
Yeah. And then like for additional clarity on like to prove my point, right? Or at least where I'm not just like sexist or whatever. Like I like Beyond Two Souls, play female character. I love the game. The Life is Strange games, the ones that you play, you play female character. Love those games. Control, the original Control. Love that. The game is fun. You know what I mean? So it's like Cyberpunk. I prefer playing a female. Mass Effect. I prefer playing a female.
Fem Shepard.
She's great. Especially when you choose to make her a bitch. You know what I mean? Like I just prefer it. I just prefer playing a female.
Soldier class, Fem Shepard don't take no shit.
Yeah. A bunch of motherfuckers, so like
headbutting Krogans.
Right. So I say that to say, like, I don't have a problem with women being video games. My problem is where there's a forced narrative. There's a forced narrative, and then the quality takes a dump at the same time, and then like you said, you want to cover that up with just labeling people when at the end of the day you're just making a shitty game. Yeah. So that's my thing there.
And the whole online, like I said, tangent. The whole people posting online. There's a massive consumer base that's able to remove the message from their product. Cool, free country. Do you, boo. But to the quality of the game, Joel, like you said, it feels forced. The quality's lacking. There's a third thing I will add that's been a recent trend that adds to this conversation of what affects the quality of the game and why it ties in the seemingly forced, inorganic, like, narrative of the, like, whether it's like female protagonist, whatever, is the lecturing in games. Like the talking down to the gamer, like Dragon Age of Veilguard. It's like that game will live in infamy, man, because Joe, there's cutscenes where on the one hand the character Toph is like, hey, I no longer want to go by blank, go by blank. Then a character makes a mistake and says, oh, I referred to this person as the old thing, I'll do push-ups to apologize. Then guess what, Drill? A future cutscene, Toph, that same character, openly and laughingly won't stop calling the mage by a name they've openly said, stop calling me. Like, stop calling me Death Mage. Whatever, Death Mage. Stop calling me Death Mage. And it's like, what? Wait, Isn't that the character that this whole game is about? That's making a fucking lecture to saying stop calling this person names you don't want to be called, dead naming bullshit, and then whatever death mage, and it's like, what? Kettle black glass stone glass houses? What the fuck? So like I said, so again, removing the comments, removing the online thing, which is a lot for some people, but not a lot for some. Again, it just these things affect the quality of the game. You're right, it feels forced. The writing's not great. Gameplay usually is lacking because whatever reasons, you're right. There's something in the water where gameplay kind of lacks with these games. They focus on the script, and the script is just very bad. It's cringe. Has lizard speak, like I said, Forspoken. Oh, I can move stuff with my minds now. Fuck yeah! And it's like, one thing I will like, if anyone wants to be entertained, is just go watch a compilation of people playing Forspoken that hated playing Forspoken. It's so fun. It's so fun. But yeah, Joe, with like I said, with this like I said, newest round of games, you're right. It just something's in the air. Wishing the best for them. Not all of them, because some of them don't wish the best for me. But yeah, so we'll see. And like I said, not something wrong with Joel, but I think we're both right on this. Like back to Fable, where we started this from. Like I said, Joel, Fable did not start as Fable. It started as a single-player fantasy RPG with that one female as the main character. Like, Joel, you know that one Fleekazoid video? Where it's like he shows, hey, the male character, why do they walk like that? And why are their fucking hips like a GTA hooker? Oh, they shoehorned in a character creator in Fable. Oh, why would there not be a character creation in Fable? So, yeah. So at least in that game, for a lot of people, it's not going to do great. Anything else before we kind of wrap? Before we go back to the showcase?
No. Go and continue. Yeah, okay. Go name off stuff.
I'll say in my defense. I was like, in my defense, that was not off a tangent.
No, yeah, I had to.
It's like what's that from The Simpsons? You know, it's like Bart, no, Mom, I'm right here. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, force a habit.
Yeah. So, but with Xbox, real quick, there's a lot of Persona stuff.
A lot of people were like, "Man, Atlas is lazy as fuck." I said, "Damn."
Well, I will say Persona 6 did get announced. So if you're watching a live drill, I'm gonna take a guess that laziness was when there was remakes. Because you're right, Persona has been doing remake. But at the end, they did announce Persona 6 is in the works, which is, I'll give them credit where credit's due. My last thoughts on any specific game on Xbox that caught my attention, State of Decay 3. I won't go too much into it because I've talked about this before in one of our recent episodes. Here's to bring you up to speed. Years ago, State of Decay 3 shows a CGI cinematic reveal trailer. And we've heard nothing since. Dead silence from Undead Labs. Turns out, Xbox subcontracted a third-party team to make that cinematic reveal CGI trailer. And the Undead Labs team, the developers behind State of Decay 1, 2, and 3, had nothing to do with it. So they had to come out and say, hey, that wasn't made by us. The biggest thing shown in that trailer, zombie animals, is not happening. They didn't say, oh, it's going to happen later. Like, nope, it is not happening. So they pulled an Anthem. Why Anthem? Store version. EA did the same thing. EA, publisher, they had another team do the CGI trailer. BioWare developers of Anthem was like, oh, that's a cool fucking game. Whose game is that? That's our game? Oh, shit. So, and Anthem now is truly dead. State of Decay 3, that was my biggest thing with State of Decay 3. It's like, we're going to have zombie animals? Oh! I'm not saying this next game's going to be bad, but tying in what we've seen up until now, and including the trailer we just saw, nothing's really new. It's a cleaner looking game. There's more guns. Again, this isn't a category drill where I'm in the niche, which is fine. Will State of Decay 3 be a bad... Do I think State of Decay 3 looks like a bad game? No. But what I was looking forward to is not in the game, therefore I am not hyped. Like, for example, Halo Infinite. Not again, and I won't go into it again to beat a dead horse, but like same thing. Halo 5 had a good ending. I wanted that story. Halo Infinite isn't that story. So I never touched Halo Infinite because that's the game I wanted. I was hoping for State of Decay 3 was with again a crazy new mechanic. The only thing really new, Drill, in that trailer we saw was like one or two more guns. By the way, I don't mean like they invented a new gun, be like, oh, the AK-47 wasn't in the last game, now it's in this game. It's nothing crazy. Oh, an AK-47, 2026. And then the cassette grenade trap, that's probably a grenade, like that better be, that better be a trap you can make in the game. Other than that, Drill, it's not too much new. I don't know. Like I said, it's in that category for me where State of Decay 2 was the reason I got Game Pass. You know, they say, hey guys, we got a new burger coming out. It's going to have bacon. Oh my god, yes. Actually, we didn't make that announcement. New burger's coming out. It's being delayed. No bacon. Fuck. Will it be a good cheeseburger? Probably. But I want I want a burger with fucking bacon. So that's where I'm at with State of Decay 3. Day 1 Game Pass. But yeah. Otherwise, any thoughts on that or any specific games you thought on Xbox?
Yeah. I guess my input on State of Decay 3 is, you know, I'm really sick of gaming companies having trailers where they're showing content that really doesn't exist. Like, it's one thing when you show a teaser trailer for something that's just a tone setter, where it's like, okay, like State of Decay 3 announced. Awesome. But it's different when we saw the trailer we saw, where it seemed like they were saying that there's going to be zombie animals in the game, you know, and then they reneged it because it was a company that wasn't even going to work on the game in the first place. Like you said, they were contracted just to do the trailer.
Just to do trailers. Yep.
Yeah, right. So companies need to stop doing that shit. Like, that is ridiculous. It's not, you know, and I agree where if there's a feature in the game and they take it out, you're like, well, that was a big thing that excited me. I completely understand that. As far as for the game of what we saw, you know, it looked for today, right? I think it looks good. I have never really been super into the State of Decay games. I've played them. So I'm curious to see what everyone thinks. But I completely understand as far as like, because like if something like that happened for like it kind of happened for Metal Gear Solid. It's like, oh, we're gonna play Snake. Wait, we're playing Snake for 20 minutes? What? You know, for Sons of Liberty. And I was really mad at Kojima for many years, and I eventually got over it. But that, like, something like, you know, like, pretty crazy.
Let the record
pretty
show
upsetting.
Drow was mad at Kojima for pulling the rug on him and playing as a naked white dude. And he was so mad, he was very mad at Kojima until Kojima said, how about Darrell? I'm going to give you a mute, fine sniper in her underwear, and she doesn't talk. Kojima, you brought me back.
And we're calling her quiet? Oh, yo, it's a dub.
Shit. I get the body without that sass, that tone. Okay, I see you, Kojima. And then the people are like, but do we get the feet though? And Kojima's like, I'll get to you guys later. And the answer is yes. So yeah, so I get Drill. Yeah, Raiden happened. You're mad at Kojima, and then you played Metal Gear Solid 5 with one hand. I respect it.
Yeah, he definitely made it up to us. So,
and continues to do so.
Yeah. There was one thing here, and then another example for what we previously talked about as far as for our previous conversation. Senua looks great. Curious to see what happens.
Dude.
Have no problem playing if people care for that game because they make quality games. You know what I mean? So excited for that.
I'm glad you brought that up, Gerald. I'm glad you brought that up, Gerald, because I was hoping you would. That's why I kind of forgot. I'm like, Gerald's going to talk about this. Again, not again to go back and, you know, pick up, you know, the topic just about the, you know, how like, female protagonists are just shoehorned, forced in. Dude, Hellblade, the combat. Big upgrade because that was its weakest thing, and that's okay because it was very open. It's not like this is not a God of War game, just so you know, so don't expect it, and that's fine. But they have made improvements to the combat, which I think would be better for more players to enjoy it because you can still have a little bit of both cakes eat too. But Jarrell, that music that music that was in the Hellblade file, I was like, oh, It was good.
Crazy.
Dude. It was crazy fucking good, dude. That Viking techno shit hit hard.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So yeah, I'm excited for that one. I hope it does well when it comes out. I'm definitely going to be playing it. Yeah, I mean, even for the second one, the beginning of the second one, the blend from cinematic to gameplay, fucking incredible.
Seamless.
I was like, that was like some next gen shit. Like, crazy, true next gen.
Hellblade's flow from cutscene to, I'll call it Israel. Hellblade's flow from cutscene to combat is the closest they'll get to Sony first party games. Because I don't know if you remember, Joel, when I first got my PlayStation, I was definitely a Helldivers machine. I played Ghost of Tsushima, and I immediately understood every single joke a Sony fan, a Sony customer, has made about Bethesda. I get all of it now. I get every single joke about Bethesda loading screens, because when you play a Sony first-party game, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, God of War, Ratchet and Clank, first-party games, you just go, go, go. What the fuck is a loading screen? I get every joke Todd Howard gets. I get every joke that's been flung Todd Howard's way. And Hellblade. Oh, did it so good. That's definitely looking good. I feel like there was one other game I wanted to ask.
I was going to ask you a question on Clockwork.
That was it. That was it. Because I'm looking at the whole list of here's everything revealed, and I'm like, motherfucker, you forgot Clockwork. I'm on. Sorry, real quick, shout out. I'm on PR Xbox's website. How the fuck?
Oh, I'm on news.xbox.com, and I just see the picture that just shows all the stuff. I was like, I'm just gonna use this.
There was I retract my statement, Joel. There was a scroll bar within a scroll bar. I fucked up. So, okay. Clockwork Orange as a game, it looks amazing. When Clockwork Orange's Clockwork
Revolution,
Clockwork Revolution, that reveal trailer that was shown last year, Joel, you and I were both like, damn, that is the best game. I still like, I think I'm correct. This is more of a memory thing than a passion thing. But on the fly, Drell, I still think Clockwork Revolution was the best game revealed of everything last year.
I agree with that. Yeah,
you know what I mean, like we're seeing this way. This year we're seeing more of what was revealed this time last year. E-Day revealed last year. Clockwork Revolution revealed last year. I still think Clockwork Revolution was the best thing revealed last year. So to see more of it this time, I'm definitely here for it. I'm gonna keep the game part of it short because we got a ton of gameplay at that reveal trailer. I still say already, Drell, that gun customization menu and HUD is already like one of the.
It's crazy.
It's solidifying. Let's say, Drell, worst case the game tanks. At least from what we saw, that gun customization UI and the way it looks is like solidifying itself in like the top 10 crafting customization systems I've seen.
Yeah.
So I have some thoughts on larger things as a whole.
Detailed.
But anything else you want to add to the game before we go to the next part?
The game looks amazing. My main notes on Clockwork. This might, I don't know, it might be a hot take or not, but
do it.
I think
I love Drell's hot takes. Drell's hot takes are like a meteor shower, man. They're so rare, but once they start, I just can't stop watching it.
While I think that it makes complete sense for Gears of War E-Day to be console exclusive because Gears of War has the same customers from 20 years ago, and it's going to carry some more in. I think it's a mistake for Clockwork Revolution to be console exclusive. Just because it's a newer game, yes, it has reminiscence of like BioShock and whatnot. I don't think there's enough people excited about it for it to make a profit for console only. I think that is a mistake. I think it needs to be multi-platform for Clockwork.
So that was going to be the next topic I was getting into in this that particular game being exclusive. First off, that was not the hot take I was thinking. I was just talking about Fable. We were just talking about Fable and Hogwarts Legacy. I thought your hot take was to be like, Man, another gamer have to listen to that fucking British accent. God damn it. That's what I thought.
I'm tired of the fucking British. No.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not.
It's not a pram. Okay. God damn it. That's what I thought your hot take was going to be. Like, you know what? You know what, Arthur?
Oh no.
Speaking of Fable, and speaking of Hogwarts Legacy, bottle of water, bottle of water. It's a bottle of water. God damn it. Bottle of water. No, okay. Okay. Short version drill. I agree with you. I think you're right. I think that game with the prices that consoles are today in the year 2026 is not enough to move consoles. If they would have pulled this exact same thing during the 360 like peak competitive era, good call. This shit, dude, some Xbox console models are almost shy of $1,000. I love Clockwork Revolution from what I've seen so far. I'm not going to spend $900 fucking on a console to play it. Are you kidding me? In this economy? Like, so I think you're right, Jarrell. This Clockwork Orange, you and I are on the same page. Great looking game. I did it again.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm gonna Google, just have it on the side. Clockwork Revolution. Clockwork Revolution. Okay, the Clockwork Revolution. Great looking game. Like I said, I think one of the best games announced all last year, if not the best game announced last year. But again, the reality is, these consoles are $800, $800 more dollars, $900. I don't think this will be enough. I don't think this will be enough to like move consoles to get people to it, and which makes me curious, Joel. Like, how many units will this game sell now? How many units will this game sell if it's an Xbox exclusive? Like, this would have been like Drill, like Wukong, a great game. It would have done nowhere near the numbers if it was a console exclusive. Not to all consoles. Not even the PC. Just a single console exclusive. So, it's weird because on one hand, you're right, Drill. Gears of War, I'm glad that shit's console exclusive. Stop fucking letting Sony I can't think of half scary movie, half gay shit analogy. I just saw Scary Movie 6. So it's like there's that scene of like, hey, let's get drunk, do half gay shit. Why only half gay? So I'm just thinking of that. I'm just thinking of Scary Movie 6. But what I'm saying is, I'm glad that Xbox is realizing there is a benefit to keeping your games home. You're right, Joel. This is not one of them.
And I don't think they this is one thing too, because I'm not gonna hate. I do like that they have that 20-year special edition green Xbox Series X. It looks nice.
Clean.
When I purchased the original Xbox when it first came out, my parents actually got me the green Halo transparent
controller.
Original Xbox.
Oh,
right.
Shit.
The console and the controller. So seeing that, I was like, ooh, that's pretty cool. But I don't think Microsoft realizes how many people traded in their fucking consoles. A lot of people don't. Yeah. And a lot of people traded in their shit because nothing was happening, and they wanted to push Game Pass, and they basically neglected console players. A lot of people sold their shit and bought PlayStations. So I don't know if they understand the extent of that, and I do think it is smart that they're releasing this so they can maybe have people buy the console again. But to your point, at the cost of these consoles now, while I think it was smart for them to throw out the big jokers and the little jokers at the beginning of this, right? Gears of War, Halo, Fable, right? Like, to throw out the big jokers of what they had. I don't know if that's enough to buy the console again. If I'm just someone watching this and I don't have already my mind made up like I do right now, I don't know if that's enough to bring a once was Xbox console owner back to buy a console. I don't know if it was enough. I don't think the showcase was enough. Half of these games are next year, and a quarter of them don't even have release dates, right? Call of Duty, we already know the song and dance, right? I'm not gonna hate. It looks good, but it's fucking Call of Duty. They're gonna do some fuck shit and make it some sloppy bullshit. So it's like that's why I put into I put in the chat. I said I'm gonna lie. Trailer looks good. Trailer looks good. It looks better than Black Ops 7. But it's a Call of Duty. It's the Call of Duty franchise. They're gonna slop it up with bullshit, AI slop, and God knows what else. They're gonna fuck it up. So it's like it's not what I saw today. While there's some games that look great, I don't think it's enough for people to buy a console. I don't think it's enough. And that's why I joked in the chat with you as far as like, it would be hilarious if they made it limited time, $400. You know what I mean? Like just for people to buy the console, even though $400 is expensive, it's not nearly as expensive as a fucking Steam Deck.
For the Series S.
For the Series S, right? So just like, just a very limited deal or whatever, let's say like even like $5.99 or what once was for that Series X. So yeah, just a crazy price drop because they realized that a lot of people don't have consoles anymore. It's a very limited thing. Like Microsoft is so big, they would lose money to get mindshare back, right? They would lose money to get people to have consoles back, and because they would make it up in Game Pass or make it up in whatever else. So I don't know, man. I don't know if this is enough, but we'll see.
This showcase solidifies what you're getting to Sony soon. This showcase as a whole, which by the way, quick rapid fire, other games that look good. Minecraft Dungeons 2. Real quick, I know it's not like stop everything you're doing game. If you haven't tried Minecraft Dungeons, give it a try. If you like Diablo, Path of Exile 2, it's weird to put Minecraft Dungeons in that same category because the art style is holy shit 9-day difference. But it is a dungeon crawler like game, and it is fun. Like, I had a lot of fun.
Arguably my favorite Minecraft game.
Yeah.
Arguably my favorite.
Like I said, it's Minecraft Diablo. Give it a try. It's really fun. So if you're off Diablo, you're waiting for more patches to come through for the meta on Path of Exile 2, give Minecraft Dungeons a try. There's no classes. There's a lot there. I will say this, Drell, of all the three, Diablo 4, Path of Exile 2, and Minecraft Dungeons, surprisingly enough, Minecraft Dungeons has the most freedom. There's no classes. It's all about your loot based. I want to be a ranger. Cool. Pick up a bow. I want to be a dagger guy. Pick up a dagger. Anyone can use any weapon. There's no classes, so give it a try. So Minecraft Dungeons 2 getting announced is pretty cool. Shout out to your boy Spyro. Thought that was pretty cool, showing that coming back. Again. Drill, another game that also gave me BioShock, Clockwork, Revolution vibes. That Magicians game. That looked pretty cool. Magicians.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Magicians: The Devil Deal. It looked like again had BioShock vibes, or was like what with BioShock with like literal magic. You know what I mean?
BioShock, We Happy Few, and
We Happy Few. Yeah, BioShock, We Happy Few with what if Hogwarts Legacy actually just fucking killed people? Crazy Taxi. There's a lot of us. But
yeah, that was fun.
So again, just rapid firing some of the games. So with all that being said, Jarrell, to your point of I almost said Clockwork Orange again. Clockwork Evolution and this console. Jarrell, as we get ready to talk about Sony, this showcase is a year is we fucked up, please come back. We fucked up. We're gonna have exclusives again, please come back. We fucked up. Here's new console editions, please come back. We fucked up. Look at all this shit coming to Game Pass. Please come back. We fucked up. Here's third-party games. Come back. Like, and again, some people say that's fine. For a lot of other people, like me, it's not. And here's the thing too, Drill. Like I said, like something we just talked about. It's even beyond the opinion. There's the fucking price point. The cost of coming back to Xbox years ago was what, $500? It now, after taxes in certain states and special editions and games, it's nearly double that. Like, Joe, really, like, think about it. If you were to buy a brand new out the box Xbox, is it 2 terabyte hard drive, whatever, the newest model of Xbox, and Clockwork Revolution day one, and or Call of Duty. And let's say you get the Call of Duty Special Edition, because of course there's gonna be editions, right? That's like $1,000 fucking dollars, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Literally.
I don't know, man. Like to some people, apologies work. To some people, they don't. To some people, they come with a fucking $900 price point. So,
Yeah.
shit. I
Yeah.
don't have $900 burning a hole in my pocket. So, my bad. You guys said everything's an Xbox, so I got a PC. Not my fucking problem.
Right. And that's why I said before, I said you're almost punishing your PC fan base as far as making certain stuff console exclusive, but
They told us everything's a fucking Xbox. My bad. Sorry if I'm good at listening. You're bad. They're bad at fucking remembering.
I think because I know I'm pretty sure it said day one, right? So I guess they're just assuming that PC players are just gonna have to play fucking Game Pass, So I guess that's what that's gonna be. But all right. Well, anything else on Xbox before we dive into? You want to do Sony this time and then do Summer Game Fest last, or?
Miss Sarah Bond.
I don't miss
girl.
her decisions, but
I wasn't looking at her decisions. I miss my girl. One last thing, Draw on Xbox. How do you feel? One thing a lot of people talk about. First Xbox showcase without Phil Spencer.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like
that's an interesting. That's an interesting question.
It's a new era. It's quietly become a new era.
Yeah, it's definitely a new era. First Xbox without Phil Spencer. That's a very good point. I think she did good. She seemed a little nervous. She looked good though. But yeah, I think it's interesting the fan base that has been kind of like pitchfork like with the agenda, and what she's selling to the fan base. I do think it's kind of idiotic that some of those folks are like, why did you have other platformers labeled in the trailers? So like that was like a big thing. I'm sure you probably saw online where they were annoyed that during the showcase for certain games that are being shown, that other platforms were being labeled on the end of those trailers. So for example, like Metro 2033, like the fact that it said Steam and and all this other stuff labeled, like I'm like, those are like the idiocracy people. Like why did you do that? And she responded. She said, "Oh, that's on me." Like, she's like that's my bad. And I'm like, "No, it's not." I'm like, fuck them.
Go play
like, are you serious?
Go play Cyberpunk and live your life as a corpo. What the fuck? No.
Yes, I thought that was weird.
Metro only will come out for Xbox. I don't want to think about Steam or PlayStation, but I bet you $5 for all those same people or for the same ones that just gobble Nintendo's dick.
Yeah.
Oh, they just gobble it. Ooh, guess what? New update. 45 frames. That's something I will never think about. It's like, why is there a Steam logo on an Xbox showcase?
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
So,
I'm like, please don't cater to those people.
It's like also same people next post. Touching grass overrated. Showering optional if you're only a pleb. Me and my Discord kitten never shower and don't like non-Xbox logos in an Xbox showcase.
So
that's pretty freaking annoying.
Yeah. you know what's funny? I like how you kept the accent when you said that. I was gonna say, what's funny? Like, while it is a little sad as far as not seeing Phil Spencer during that showcase, I don't know if you remember the last showcase of Phil Spencer, everyone was pretty mad at him, because things were failing. Like the house was burning, and he just came off of like a media run, like talking about how much he fucked up. So like a lot of people weren't really happy with Phil Spencer. So the last showcase, I mean, it didn't really feel the same where he was in it, right? Like, cause everything was just like Xbox was being disintegrated, like Infinity War. So with Sharma, stepping in, like I wasn't like Miss Phil Spencer, like I was like kind of done with that. And Sarah Bond was kind of done with that, but I know you feel differently. But yeah. So as far as this in the comparison, I guess let's talk about the PlayStation State of Play. Just kind of comparing the two. What are your thoughts on the state of play as far as for just games in general? We don't have to name all of them.
Real
Just
quick,
games in general.
games in general. I kind of forget. Wolverine. I'll say
Yeah.
this. Start big, then go small. Let's say this is back E3 days. And hey, if you think about Drell, like I said, competition's kind of back. Like I said, we just said how they got some exclusive shit. Fuck you for taking Clockwork Revolution away from me. Sarah Bond wouldn't have done that. Fuck you, Russia.
She might.
No, because according to Sarah Bond,
That's true.
everything was an Xbox.
Everything was an Xbox,
including my
true.
fucking Steam Deck. But so now that we're in the game of competitions, Drill. I know there's multiple showcases gone. Like there's a future showcase, there's the PC showcase that's happening. Xbox and Sony's was better. I think Sony won. I think Sony won. I think people in the long run, I think Sony won. I think, to your point, Drell, like Gears of War E-Day, the kids of like, why do they talk like this? See, because before games like Saints Row and Forspoken, games were written differently. You fucking kids. But you know, God of War, Wolverine, and more coming to the Sony showcase versus Xbox. I think Sony won. Again, I think Sony is still like standing on business. Like we haven't stopped doing our shit. We have not stopped our Hot Girl Summer. Xbox having an apologetic, please come back. Look, I got Gears of War. Please come back. Whereas Sony is just like, nope, fuck you, we ain't stopping. Bam, 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 bam. So with that, games, I think Sony had a lot. Sony had a lot of good games. Ronin was crazy. Is a crazy announcement. For those of you that are into the Ninja Turtle comics, fun fact, Ninja Turtle has comics or graphic novels. Don't come after me with their fucking color. But actually, it's a fucking flip book. Fucking everything's a flip book if you turn the pages fast enough, jackass. So the Teenagers comics, The Last Ronin is crazy. I put it this way, Joel, its concept is so crazy, I don't want to spoil it, because the premise of Ronin alone, for people that don't know the Last Ronin storyline, it's gonna get crazy. It's like this is Ninja Turtles is about to take a turn for a lot of people, and for those of us that know, we're fucking hyped. I'm nervous because a lot of people point out it's a new studio. It's like Paramount or some shit. So we're nervous. So I'm happy for it, but I'm nervous. But yeah, overall, I think Sony won. God of War, I know we talked about it, like the whole girl thing. Not to oversimplify it, but again, it does feel forced. Like I said, it's God of War. Oh, Kratos is the God of War. No, it's not the God of War. Why is it called God of War for that play as the God of War? It's in the God of War universe. Oh. So,
War's wife.
Coming out next by Rocksteady, Batman, Batgirl. But I'm not Batman. Why is Batman in the fucking title? Just call it Batgirl. It takes place in the Batman universe. God damn it. So, God of War. Again, I'm still in the category, Jarrell. The second I saw a talking sword and a talking cube with, like, what's his name? Dennis Quaid's son, the Nepo baby. I got Forspoken vibes from that script. It just felt, like I said, going from God of War, like, I know the 1-for-1 isn't fair, given the context. But if, like, you watch, like, Thor and Kratos fight, of, like, I'm done with you and your family, versus, oh my god, are we talking sword? Oh my god, does she know we're talking sword? Are you talking cube? We're friends now. Kill all of you, kill each other. All of you kill each other. Just right now. So the script is, I think, going to be a worry for a lot of people. But that being said, I think the gameplay is going to save it for a lot of people, because that fighting looked sick. That fighting looked awesome. You know, again, Kratos had his, like, dwarven brother buddies as his sidekicks. They were hilarious. They were awesome. We're getting a cube and a sword. But it's still God of War. It's gonna be crisp. It's gonna be clean. There's gonna be cinematic moments. Another thing drilled with me, even though I just said I think Sony did better, because again, to its core concept, Xbox is in an I fucked up, please come back phase. To its core concept, Sony's like, fuck you, we're just gonna keep doing if it broke, don't fix it phase, which is fine. A larger concept to God of War, why I'm not super drop everything you're doing. The reason I'm not stop everything you're doing hyped about it, prequels. I'm that guy. If a show, a movie, a spin-off is a prequel, 90% of the tension is gone. Oh my god, there's gonna be a scene drill in the prequel where Kratos might die. If it's a prequel, spoiler, he doesn't. So it's just, yeah, I mean, again, that just as a prequel as a whole. Like, again, there could be a prequel about Morpheus. Oh my god, there's a Matrix movie where you see about Morpheus is in the prequel. Look at the trailer, guys. Morpheus might die. Do you fucking know how prequels work, you idiot? Let me take a guess. I had Doritos as my chips. My favorite chips growing up were Doritos. Yours was paint chips, wasn't it? How'd you know? This prequel is gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. Who's gonna live? We'll never know. So again, that's just me in prequels, not the rabbit hole. But so yeah, looks fun. I have a PlayStation. Fun fact. Reminder how I got a PlayStation, drill? Oh yeah, I traded in my Xbox. I'm not
obvious. And then your game of show, I feel like Ace Combat 8: Wings of Thief. You're super stoked about that one.
Oh, drilled.
Rightfully so.
We are 6 months into the year, drill, and I've officially pre-ordered a game. I have pre-ordered Ace Combat 8: Wings of Thieves. I did not pre-order the special edition because the online cosmetic shit, which I will say, I won't rant it, but the Ace Combat community, we're not mad because we're just so hyped for new Ace Combat. We love the series. We're just very confused. Like, no one asked for this. No one asked for this. I don't know why it's there. Because here's the thing, drill. There was an Ace Combat 7 multiplayer. It was like a quick match. Go fight, go kill people. Cool. But there was no like battle pass and then like hub. There was no all this shit. So that's what we're saying. It's not new because we've had multiplayer before. But the way they're doing it, we're just like, cool. It's being expanded. No one gives a shit. But Drell, I love Ace Combat to the fact that the Ace Combat part of the showcase, because not only do we get one game update, my poor group chat saw so many capital letters and exclamation points when Ace Combat 0 remake got announced, remaster. I've been saying for years, go play Ace Combat 0 for the gameplay, the story, and the soundtrack. And for years, Drell, let the receipts show. I have said Ace Combat 0 has one of my favorite gaming soundtracks of all time because they have some crazy Spanish guitar music in the mix of these battles. And Drell, what soundtrack cue did they use to reveal Ace Combat 0 goddamn Spanish fucking guitars? So when he was like, by the way, we got one more thing. Oh, I already fucking knew. There's no way in 2026 Spanish guitars just organically appear in a showcase. I'll tell you this, Drill. I don't know what I'm going to play first. I don't know if I'm going to play Ace Combat 8 or Ace Combat 0 first. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm turned because first of all, Joe, we haven't seen that much of Ace Combat 0, so we don't know to the quality of how much of remastered it is. On the Steam page, Joe, it says it's a port. But here's the thing, you can't buy it elsewhere, so we don't know if it's I don't know if it's a port of what. So,
sure, yeah.
So, but yeah, Joe, like I said, the fact that surprise Ace Combat 0 remake, I was like, boom, hey Drell, look what I just did. And he just, I sent him my Steam receipt of Ace Combat 8 pre-ordered. It comes with the F-14A, which is the attack jet. The F-14 is the one whose wings fold, you slow down, they go out, they go faster, they go in. Sorry, Drell. when you play the game, if you haven't played the game, Gerald, like you turn into a kid. Like I said, right now out loud, wings. You turn to a kid again. You turn to a kid, man, who doesn't love fucking.
You know
jets.
what? For you, I think I might play because I haven't like fully played and beat Ace Combat Zero. So I think I'm gonna play it. Once I get I like sold and purchased my own 2 Portal, but I'm getting the max version where it's like 1 TB, 16 gigs of RAM. So that's supposed to be showing up on Tuesday. So I'm gonna download. I'm gonna play Ace Combat Zero. I'll play that.
Play it, sir. And do not lower the music volume.
Oh no, it'll be bumping. It'll be bumping. I'll plug in my headphones. I'll play my headphones.
Yeah.
But
Wolverine, real quick. Wolverine, made by the same people that did Sunset Overdrive, Insomniac. To my knowledge, they don't miss. To my knowledge.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They're literally like. They remind me like DMX when Def Jam was like almost like done. DMX like saved Def Jam. Like Insomniac continuously is saving PlayStation's ass with these bangers. You know what I mean? And it's to the point where it's like, man, it's not even fair for Insomniac to be doing this. Like they're being so courteous with like their expertise, you know. But they're definitely they haven't missed in a long time, if ever.
Yeah, the one thing I will say, at least for the combat, and a lot of people were warned about it too. A lot of people were wondering if it was on easy mode because it seemed very scripted. Like there were definitely individual moments of like free flow combat, but then like the way put this way, Joe. Picture a single player game how it's like you jump on a ledge, but then there's like a miniature cutscene, almost like a cutscene. The way that like like they grab on the ledge. It seemed like there were a lot of moments like that during the Wolverine fight where it's like it wasn't bad, but it seemed like in that mix of like
QTE-esque.
Almost like a QTE, like of a QTE and free flow combat met in the middle, where it's like attack, and now hit this button to like enter a miniature cutscene to kill these 2 guys. So it's like combo. Okay, that was him pressing square, but then all of a sudden the next 30 seconds were because they hit like triangle and O at the same time, where it's like seemed fun, but like I said, it's almost like cinematic-y, semi-QTE. So the other thing too, Drill, is with this game, they're not X-Men. Like this is not like Wolverine, Jean Grey are in the X-Men. It's not 1-for-1, Drill. But why Marvel people and Sony people love running their fucking mouth after a showcase? People are a little worried because one of the developers of the game is like, yeah, this is definitely for the modern audience. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
That happened again?
Just shut your fucking mouth. Just
again?
keep shut.
Oh
yes.
my.
Because one of the developers, or I don't say developer, like mechanical, like they could have been an art design person, was like defending Jean Grey. Because a lot of people are like, why is Jean Grey like wearing jeans and like a coat? Because like Wolverine is like in his X-Men like uniform, right? And then Jean Grey is like, I just got back from Burlington Coat Factory. I slay. Like, what? You know what I mean? It's like Wolverine. Another Marvel characters like Omega Red were in like their uniform, their outfit, their costume. And then Jean Grey's is like, fuck you, bitch. I got that Forever 21 card. Suck it. And either Reddit or online, someone that supposedly was like, blah, 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 blah. I'm part of this. Confirmed 2 things. This is not X-Men. Like, Wolverine and Jean Grey is not, they're not part of the X-Men. And they also went down the rabbit hole drill of like, well, the X-Men were actually offensive and da-da-da-da-da. I was just like, shut the fuck up. And then also, like, defending her art style and costume design and aesthetic when it was out of place when Wolverine's matched. Again, the whole, like, you know, well, it's like, you know...
Like the weird dichotomy, yeah.
Yeah, and so they're essentially saying, like, well, yeah, you can put this in a category of made for the modern audience. If you don't like it, don't play it. Or just like, don't do that.
Like, what's the fucking problem of her being in her fucking costume? Like, you know what I mean? Like obviously, like as far as for the point of, well, they're not officially X-Men yet. Like, okay, I guess, but yeah, it's
Put this again, Joel. Again, it's all online, and we haven't seen the game come out yet. But Joel, it's like put this in a category. Put this in a category of like, at least so far from what we've seen. Put this in the category of like, well, then that's not Fable, that's not Jean Grey, that's not Fable, that's not Dragon Age, that's not Star Wars. It's just because of all this shit of just like, well, I'm the art designer. I want Jean Grey to look like this. She's gonna look like this. It's not Jean Grey. Make your own fucking character. No one's stopping you. You know what I mean?
right.
So
Yeah,
it's just So a lot of people are worried that it's like once again a Sony Marvel game gets announced. And we're like, oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh no, please stop going online talking about it.
they literally should lock people from responding, because especially for this game, because this is going to be like their biggest cash cow in a long time, probably since Helldivers. And they need that money. You know what I mean? Like, because Sony's already been doing a bunch of fuck shit with the you have to sign in a certain period of time, or you lose your account access and all this weird shit.
Sony's making up money for the near $400 million loss on Concord. Remember, Joel?
Oh, yeah.
Remember, Joel, to always bring up the death of Concord. Sony was trying to sell Concord as, quote, the next Star Wars. Are you fucking high?
Yeah.
Like, who was like,
we're not even talking about Marathon. You know what I mean? Like the Bungie shit.
That was also in the showcase. We'll get there. Again, real quick, to always talk about Concord Drill. Like I said, someone showed Captain Fupa Fuckface, and was like, "I'm a hero." How do you know I'm a hero? I wear my pants above my belly buttons because my gut covers my dick. Fupa. And then someone was like, "That's the next Star Wars." And then they lost upwards of $400 million. And now they're raising the price of the consoles. They're raising the price of their subscription services. They're making us go online more. And here we are.
You know what's funny? I just want to say this, and then we can
Captain
continue
Fupa?
on, because we're almost.
I'm pretty proud of that
almost
nickname,
done.
by the way. It's like, what if Concord is everyone's superheroes? Cool. Yeah, that's Captain Yell at You. That's one of them was just a garbage can with legs. Captain Fupa. What up?
To me, that's one of the things that's been lukewarm for these showcases, is that both parties have been doing fuck shit. You know what I mean? Like after Sony's bullshit that they've released, I'm like, I'm not buying a Sony console now. Like, you got I purchased every single PlayStation console except for PlayStation 5, because I was like, it doesn't really seem like it's worth it. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely not buying another PlayStation console now if you guys want to do all this bullshit with like your account and all this stuff. And then I'm hearing GTA is gonna have like age verification, like scan your ID to play like the online. Like, I'm just like, okay, you guys are done. Like, I'm done with this. So now with it's just with the showcase, you know, and obviously with Xbox, like, I'm not going to buy another Xbox. That's not going to be a thing. So it's a weird thing where I'm watching these showcases, and for the first time in a long time, I don't, one, own their consoles, any of their consoles, and two, I don't care to, because of the bullshit that they've been doing. Like, this is the first time within my gaming aura, you know, in the years of me gaming, where I'm watching a showcase and I don't own any of these consoles, and I kind of don't fucking care to have them. So like, that's kind of the weird thing as far as like me watching this with that particular perspective. But anyway. But
yeah, Joe. So what the Sony showcase, Marathon. Yeah, real quick, you mentioned it. The soon to be dead fucking elephant in the room. Marathon. It's gonna be dead, and Bungie killed it. Hey guys, here's advice: if you make a game that requires you to be online and deletes your progress every so often, don't.
Like what is wrong with them? Like it's already on life support, right? It's already on life support, and they canceled the Destiny series. While people are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" That's like the only thing I like from Bungie right now. You know, people want Destiny 3. People have been in all of these showcases. People have been spamming the comment section. We want Destiny 3. We want Destiny 3. Like, like no one wants Marathon. You know, so like they're trying to. And Marathon's on life support. They're trying to sustain it. They're trying to make content for it and all this stuff. But yeah, again, to your point, hey guys, here's a fun idea. Maybe you shouldn't delete everyone's progress.
That's
And you want people to buy to purchase DLC content for this, even though the progress will be removed? Like, do you guys understand how this works? You know, like it makes zero sense to me.
Crafted items gone.
It makes zero sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. So it's just like, so yeah, it's stuff like that where I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? But in my opinion, as far as for the Sony state of play, I think dollars to donuts as far as value games. You know, I do think it is a better than the Xbox One. My only asterisk on the PlayStation One is that there was a lot of games that they already shown, but they just added release dates to them. You know, like the Silent Hill announcement and you know Control Resonant and all this. I was like, okay, like we already heard about this stuff, but they threw release dates out there. So like, oh, okay. You know, so that and like the fighting game that looks really good, and they announced Magneto as a playable character.
Virtual Fight. Oh, that Marvel Toko something. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. It was really good. You know, and then Magneto's announced character, which is awesome. But yeah. Then Virtual Fighter on the Xbox's end looks, looks good. I'm a little nervous about the open world mechanic and the open world stuff. You know, I know the developers of from Shenmue, I guess, are incorporated within that. But it should be interesting. You know, let's hope it's a good fighting game, it's a Virtual Fighter, so it should be. Yeah, I would say dollars to donuts. I think Sony's PlayStation, because even for their showcase, like they had like cinema presentations, like you could see the showcase in theaters, like throughout certain parts of the country. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, I
did see that.
Kind of wild, but yeah, I think Sony got him on this one. Even though, despite their fuck shit, I think the showcase, I think they outperformed.
Yeah, so. And it's weird because this is technically a state of play, which is like a quarterly thing. It's not like it's not all balls to the wall, everything there. 1 sec, just getting a list of everything. Sony state of play, but that's the thing too, Drill. That's like it's weird that like. I still think, even by a smidge, I still think Sony had a better showcase than Xbox. And Xbox's was like balls to the wall, everything, the kitchen sink showcase. And Sony's like, here's our quarterly updates.
Exactly.
So
any last things before we dive into Summer Game Fest?
Was Sony. Rayman's coming back.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm like, damn, I'm old because like I know like the new generation is like the fuck's Rayman, you know what I mean? But like I'm hyped for it. I think it looks good. I will definitely be playing it, for sure. On different devices probably since it should be out on Steam as well. But
I'll play it with you, Drill. Like for those of you that haven't played a recent Rayman game, it was so fun, Drill. That was a demo really we had at our store forever. And it was so fun. Because I don't know if you remember, Draw, the first boss fight was to the cue of Ram Jam Black Betty. So you're like, it's like you're like running like, bam the lamb, bam the lamb. And it's go play Rayman Legends. It's so fun. Definitely play it. I'm looking forward to it. Another game, Drill, for the Sony, again, just to kind of defend why I still think Sony won over Xbox. The game that made people forget models are real people too. Phantom Blade Zero that made women game that made American game journalists forget that Korean supermodels exist. Sorry. Shout out to once again. Shout out to Maxim Seoul, South Korea, that put out a wonderful response that said, "Am I not real? Am I not real too?" To all the Western developer game journalist bullshit of like, "This is unrealistic. This isn't real." We scanned her. See her? We scanned her. It's like, well, their legs are long. You been to Korea? Just the heel to calf ratio. It's a little different than a Western game journalist. Just, shocker.
It's like he flat-footed fucks.
Damn. Non-cupped head tutorial beating motherfuckers. But Phantom Blade Zero came out. And here's the thing, shout out to that game, because remember, Phantom Blades already got ahead of it. Phantom Blade said, we are not going through Sony directly for this, because there's a lot of shit they were not happy about. They got tied into, and they're like, nope, we're doing our own thing. We don't need you. Fuck off. We're doing our hot girl shit. Literally. We got Maxim hot girls, which, fun fact, I don't know Maxim was still alive, but after playing the Phantom Blades Zero demo, I'm happy it is. And a lot of people are too. Shit. Stuntman Hollywood. I was not expecting Stuntman to come back out.
Yeah. That kind of went over my head. I was like, oh wow, okay, interesting.
You have what I thought was a spin-off to Mass Effect Andromeda based on the faces, Until Dawn 2, who didn't, just for some reason, couldn't lock down what their faces look like. I don't know. It was very uncanny valley for me. Until Dawn, I know it's a fun, like I said, fun franchise, and that developer makes like games to that style of like a literal choose your own path horror movie. So I know a lot of people are gonna be excited for that.
First one's really good.
I should try that.
First one's really good. That'd be a great game to stream. That's actually a really good game.
Do you know what, Joel? One of these days, I still want to get the gang back together, and as a group, at least
Dusk Falls.
Dusk Falls, man.
Dusk Falls, yeah.
Because that's like, it's like I said, it's like Until Dawn, but cooperative, where it's like, let's kill her, and then like remember like Bacon vetoes, no, let her live, and there's veto, and then like. So
yeah, that's crazy.
So because that's thing is like because here's the thing, Joe. You know I love cooperative games. So it's like picture Until Dawn. What can make it better? If I say run left and you say fuck that, we're running right, and the game has to decide who we're picking, and like one of us gets us killed. That, like I said, that's why I like Till Dusk Falls. And it's like I think, Joe, I don't know why these other games haven't got that. Like I don't know why these other games aren't developing like Until Dawn cooperative update. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be yeah, exactly.
And I can't think of the name, Drill, but there's literally a whole developer. Like they just had one come out. Like there's a game that got shown last Sony thing. It's like in space. Has that one chick again, you know, these are reactresses put into the games, and same thing. If they make those games cooperative where it's like, you know, oh quick time event, go left. Ooh. Your buddy failed the quick time event. Die. It's like, you fucking asshole. And you're just like, I was eating Cheetos. You fucking fat fuck. And just like what? It was a half-hour cutscene. I don't fucking know. But yeah, man. So including all those games, like I said, I just think it's interesting. Like overall, it might be like by only like 1 point or very minimal. Which I will agree, Joel. I will say this. I don't think it wasn't like, oh, Sony wiped the flow with Xbox. They stomped on them. Because we've had years like that. We've had years we walked away. It's like, fuck, dude. Xbox killed it. Shut the fuck up. Like that one year, remember you and I watched live, I think it was like 2 years ago, where Xbox showed everything. They showed Doom. They revealed State of Decay 3. They revealed E-Day. They revealed this. And we're just like, fuck, Xbox killed it. This is not that year. This is not like, oh, Sony stomped Xbox. This isn't like, oh, Xbox. Because again, a lot of people say Xbox, they like Xboxes more than Sony. Again, knowing that all their shit comes with that massive price point to either go back or get into, these are now conversations we have to have more than ever. Because like I said before, there were games that sold product. Like, Dro, I'll call it what it is. If Helldivers 1 for 1 is the game it is right now, I might not buy a PS5 because again, that shit's like $800, $900. But when it was like $500, I can budget that shit.
Yeah.
Now can I do like 70% more? Oh, I don't know. So like I said, so with all those games, like I said, with God of War, with Wolverine, with again, Ace Combat. We got 2 games from that shit. Including one of my favorite games of all time. biased or not, like I said, I think Sony mainly minimally topped out on this one. Like I said, in the long run, in terms of internet reaction of like the poggers moments of just oh, I think a lot more people. I think a lot more people maybe had a lot more of those moments at the Sony showcase too, rather than Xbox, because
Yeah.
that's the thing too, Joel. Upside downside, with the new IP reveal to its core, you don't get like named like the best new IP reveal, like top 3. You don't really get a lot of those like oh moments. You get a handful, like maybe Cyberpunk, but if you think about it, that was not Cyberpunk's reveal trailer. It was Cyberpunk update trailer announcing Keanu Reeves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just something innate about it where we like new IPs, we play new IPs. Lords of the Fallen. I'm playing Lords of the Fallen lately. I'm playing Bannerlord. You know what I mean? But it just to its core, whether it's a movie or a game, when we see a new IP, we're like, damn. Like maybe like at Max, we're like, oh fuck, that looks good. Especially if it's like a new developer, like right out the gate. You know what I mean? Like again, I'm mixing it up. CD Project Red Cyberpunk. CD Cyberpunk Project Red Drill. We know that game. What I'm saying is like those are the rare exceptions. But otherwise, to its core, when we see a new IP, we're like, damn, looks good. I want to hear more than that. I'm excited. I want to hear more. But again, just to our core, to our nostalgia, it's just almost innately unavoidable to have more of the when remake, sequel, remaster, all the above comes out. Like myself, like said Cyberpunk, you with back in day when Snake Eater Delta, what remaster was announced. Like it's like one for one drill, like comparing, like one for one for yourself. Like compare your state of being watching Snake Eater remake get announced versus Death Stranding 1 get announced. It's just, you're like, oh shit, something new from Kojima, I'm hyped, versus of like, capital letters in the group chat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
oh my god.
So that's another thing too, Jarrell, where I think I at least on a reaction, immediate, short term, hey kids, attention, goldfish attention span, hey kids, 6'7", goldfish. I think that's another reason why Sony on a reaction level took it a little bit more versus Xbox, because upside downside, I think like on a reaction level, the new IPs, as fun as they look, like magicians, and more. That's another reason why I put this in Sony's corner.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Anything as far as for Summer Game Fest, I know we're nearing the end here. Anything that really struck out to you? In particular?
Yes. Which I just realized I
know we talked about a little bit of stuff.
Which I just realized I mixed up because there's been a lot of showcases. I mixed up.
Yeah.
I mentioned Ronin. That was not at Sony. That was actually
that was SGF.
Yeah. Resident Evil. Jeff Keighley, dude. Jeff Keighley and Capcom. I'm here for it. I am fucking here for it, Darrell. Jeff Keighley, keep it up, man. Like, remember too, Darrell, remember, was it the Game Awards or Gamescom last year? Remember Resident Evil was like, here's one more thing, remake. Here's one more thing, spinoff. Here's one more thing, franchise sale. That's the last thing. And Jeff Keighley was like, surprise, one more thing, Resident Evil 9 got announced at the Jeff Keighley showcase. So we have Resident Evil, not Code Veronica, Resident Evil Veronica.
Yeah.
A lot of games look good, Drill. Speaking of soundtracks and people that make the soundtracks, so there's a game called Stranger Than Heaven.
Yeah, look at how they are.
Did they go to heaven to get body scans of Tupac?
Yeah, I know some people are on the fence about that. Well, the thing is, they did get permission from the family, technically, to do it. So, I mean, at least they did it the right way. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. It's weird. To me, it's weird. Like, it's weird putting in rap like musicians or rappers that have passed in newer games as a feature in a means to buy a game or a DLC. Like I think that's weird. I think that's a weird thing. It's one thing where it's a living character, where it's just that's just pure media marketing nonsense. It's another when it's like, oh, we get to play Big as this, like it's weird. It's weird to me. So I'm not offended necessarily because they did ask permission from the family, but I still find it weird to be a feature in a game for someone who's passed. I think that's weird, especially if it's not in the lines. It's not within like a narrative that like aligns with it being that, like if it was Def Jam, you know what I mean? Like a new Def Jam Fight for New York or something, like that would be amazing. I actually would love a brand new Def Jam. That's not Icon, because Icon was nothing close to Fight for New York. But it's different if it's something like that, because that makes sense, right? But when it's something that's separate from that, but you're throwing in a character, I don't know. That's kind of my thing.
I was trying to think if other games did that. I know movies have done that. Well, no,
Yeah.
even the movies that did it, it was like a cameo or like a surprise, not like, yo, Leia, Carrie Fisher's back from the fucking dead.
Yeah, it's a very Fortnite thing to do. Like, to me, like, Fortnite just throws in everything in the kitchen sink just to get any type of mind share or any type of people
Careful.
to play it.
If Epic's listen, they'll play the kitchen sink doing a fucking floss dance on you.
So it's just, I know they have like walking bananas and shit, and like it's like a main character, so yeah, they'll do anything.
Well, I don't mind. Real quick, I don't mind the banana because I came from the days of Time Splitters that had like robot fish, so I don't mind that.
True,
that shit.
true.
Real quick, Mortal Shell still looks good.
Yeah, looks good, definitely. Alien Isolation 2. That shit looks awesome.
We got two.
I am super excited.
We have 2 Alien games coming out this year.
That's right.
Oh,
Fire
by the way,
Team
Jarrell,
Elite.
I put out the bat signal. We can't confirm day one. Bugs. But week one, or whenever we all agree, Asian's right there with us. Alien Fire Team Elite 2.
Hell yeah.
Which, by the way,
love to see it.
Go play Alien Fire Team Elite. Go play it.
So
play
good.
it. It's so good. I think it's back on Game Pass for Xbox customers and our PS users. Go play it. It's so fun. The second drill, I still every time someone loads that game and they play the tutorial and they fire that gun for the first time and they hear that burst, you're like, I'm in Alien. I'm in the universe. I'm immersed. I'm immersed. This is it. Go play. So Alien Isolation 2 got announced. I already mentioned Ronin. I mixed up for this one. Crossfire looks good. Crossfire was the one that had like that adaptive cover where it's like she's like flowing with it. Again, not to be a dead horse drill, but oh my god, no one cares that game has a female character because it actually looks fucking good. Oh hey,
I feel like that game's been in development for a minute. No, Crossfire.
I have no idea because when I thought they were making Crossfire, I thought it was the OG 90s board game where you just rip the dice. Crossfire! You remember that? It was pinballs. It was pinballs. You shoot the pinballs.
Remember those commercials? Yeah.
You shoot the pinballs. Yeah. It was like what if Hungry Hippos became a gun and went to war? And that was Crossfire.
That's hilarious.
So
I remember watching those commercials like before like Home Improvement.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you remember and you're having a nostalgia trip, oh my god, I haven't thought of that forever. The commercials for Crossfire, which is exactly how they fucking said it, so it's stuck in my head.
Yeah, no, you're hitting the key. You're hitting the key.
You gotta go up on the how they did it. So if you're like me and you're remembering that, schedule your next physical. Hey, that crack in your knee, get that checked out. Control Drill. I don't know what it is, Drill, but Control Resonant is looking good It's looking better every time I see it. Every time I see it.
Absolutely.
Lords of the Fallen 2, I am now hyped for, Drill. By the way, Drill, you don't have to, but you should. You should either A, buy Lords of the Fallen while it's only $8, because it's like a $50 game, dude. It's only on sale for like $7, $8. Or guess what, Drill? Like It Takes Two, this has the Friends Pass.
I saw that. I said, "Oh shit!"
Here's the thing: it's a Souls-like game, but it's cooperative. It's so fun. Bacon and I were playing it, and we were screaming like, "Ah!" It was just.
I'm so pissed that you can't fucking stream it because of their bullshit.
Yeah, real quick. I tried to stream Lords of the Fallen 1 through OBS due to an OBS update that is not compatible with a built-in anti-cheat through Lords of the Fallen. I couldn't stream it.
That's so ridiculous.
I couldn't stream it through capture window. I even screened my whole fucking monitor. Because you can screen grab a window, you can screen grab a portion, you can screen grab the whole fucking monitor. Wouldn't let me. So, it's fun, Drill. Like, we're a little bit in, and we're like, I'm hooked. Because here's the thing, Drill. Drill. Another reason why I like this over me. Hi, I'm Arthur. I don't have time to low life everything. I don't have time to punch a brick wall 1,000 times before I make an inch of a dent. This game starts and is consolidated much easier than Souls-like from software games. And so call it what it is. People that, for me, you can call me a tourist, don't give a shit, that are new or don't have the time. That's what it is, time. Like, oh, you don't care enough. I got a fucking job. And people are like, well, I have a job, dude. I play Souls-like. Cool, I play other fucking games. Cool. Do you? What I'm saying is, that's just, again, like, Joel, you remember Remnant 2. Like, Joel, here's another example. Bacon compared to Remnant 2. Because remember, Joel, Remnant 2, that game's hard. Remnant 2 is like a game that will humble you. But here's the thing. You will punch a brick wall, but you're going to knock the brick out. You know what I mean? So, and it's not as, and Remnant 2 wasn't as punishing with your deaths. So there was multiple times where we're like, fuck, because, just like, there's like one health left and you die. Remnant 2 was like a Souls-like game. This is more accurate to a Souls-like game because it's a little bit harder and there is death punishment. There is death punishment. But their leveling system and their loot system, it's a little more user-friendly. So it's a little more straightforward too, because I'll be honest, Rel, there's some, I played Dark Souls 3. That was my first Souls-like game. If you don't have somebody holding your hand being a tour guide, you might not even know where to level up. Or, no, here's that. Like, how leveling kind of works, how the loot crafting works. Like, upside, downside, call we will. There's kind of a lot of elements to the original, top, the really top two, Mount Rushmore games of from software games where you do have to figure it the fuck out. Like, it's hard because the game's hard and figure it the fuck out. And I'm just like, I got time for one of those things. I don't got time for both. This game, what is it? Lords of the Fallen, hard as shit, but you don't have to figure shit out. It tells you, like, here's how you do this. Here's where you buy this. This guy sells magic shit. This guy sells melee shit. This guy sells ranged shit. And here's how you craft and do all your shit. So that's why I like it. Because, like I said, playing Dark Souls 3, if I didn't have my buddy playing with me, tour guiding me, I'd been like, where the fuck am I going? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm really happy that that game's starting to take off a little bit because it's been. I mean, I don't even know if the first one profited, but I did enjoy the first one. So the fact that they're making more. This
is still the first one. So only so Joe, what's happening, Drill, is we're playing Lords of the Fallen 1. Like, this is it. It's just that, Drill, they had a massive 2.0 sort of ish No Man's Sky level of updates that brought people back. So what's happening is because there's more and more traction and hype and announcements for Lords of the Fallen 2, they're bringing a lot of people into the fold, like me and Bacon, to Lords of the Fallen 1. Where, hey, it's on a big fucking sale. Like, right now, big fucking sale on Steam. I can't tell about consoles. And again, there's a Friends Pass. So they're really trying to get people into their franchise hyped for Lords of the Fallen 2, which I highly recommend.
Yeah, because originally there was Lord of the Fallen, and then they did Lords of the Fallen, and now there's Lords of the Fallen 2. Because I don't know if it's the same devs as Lord of the Fallen, but
No, I
I'm,
think
I'm
no,
ex-
I think you're thinking the same game. It's just they've had yeah. There's Lords of the Fallen, and then
because I know there's Lord of the Fallen where like the cover was that dude with like the tattoos on his
the
face.
Viking guy.
Yeah, because that should be a. I think that's the first game I thought in the series,
I will
and then
say,
they did
I will
Lords of
say,
the Fallen. Maybe it is the same game.
you know
Maybe
what?
you're right.
You know what? Here's the thing, Joel. There on Steam right now, on Steam,
But you're right.
there
You're
there
right.
is there is Lords plural of the Fallen, 2014, made by CI Games. One second, like a weird thing. There's a game called Lords of the Fallen with the
Okay.
Viking tattoo guy from
Okay.
2014, made by CI Games, published by CI Games with mixed reviews. Now, if you also type Lords of the Fallen again,
Yeah.
there's a game, 1-to-1, called. They remade it.
Okay.
They remade it. They're both called Drell.
Oh.
So Drell, they're both verbatim called Lords of the Fallen. But you know, like when a movie comes out, it's like they'll call it like Batman and then Batman 83. Because,
Yeah.
one movie is called Batman, but there's also a movie called Batman, but one came out in 1983, so they call it Batman 83. There's Lords of the Fallen 2014. That's what I think you're referring to. And now there's Lords of the Fallen, just
They
Lords.
remade it. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think they remade it or what it is, but here's the thing, Joel. It's by this, like I said, it's the same people.
Okay. Okay. Right on.
So what? I don't know, but so what this game, Joel, like I said, they had a ton of, like I said, like 2.0 updates. It's mostly positive on Steam, just for both overall and recent. Highly recommend it. So tying into what we're talking about, Lords of the Fallen 2 was having more information at the Summer Game Fest. Drell, guess what? Had we done a bingo card, we both would have got a bingo for Lizard People Speak. The Among Us TV show bit. I now want nothing to do with that fucking show. It's
I
so bad.
I actually stopped watching it merely for that, and then I was like, I'm gonna wait till it's fully done streaming.
I'm done.
And then I'll just skip over it. Like that's how
It's so bad.
That's how I was like, I'm not in the mood, guys.
The millennial cringe Lizard People Speak of, uh-oh, guys, there's a dead body. Should we report it? Why are you fucking talking to us like we're 5? I was like, hey, guys, there's a puppy. We're looking for a blue puppy. Can you tell me what the blue puppy is? Hey, guys, there's a dead body. Should we report it? Same vibes. Same cringe, toddler, dumb shit vibes.
Yeah, I literally stopped watching it, and I was like, I'm gonna wait till it's done, and then I'll skip over that.
So that show just looks so bad.
Hopefully, that doesn't kill their fucking game. You know what I mean?
No.
Like for that indie team, but
yeah. Which is really funny, Joel, because I remember real quick. Remember you and I were watching the Game Awards when Among Us won, and it was like a team of like 5 people.
yeah, and they're all in tears because it's like it's amazing. You know what I mean? Good for them. So hopefully this does well. But yeah, I did not care for that skit at all.
Real quick, Joel, a game that I'm playing Bannerlord right now. A game that reminds a lot of people like Bannerlord. Chronicles Medieval. That game has Bannerlord style gameplay where it's like massive armies versus massive armies. You control your units. You tell them to hold back. You tell them to retreat. You tell them to form a square, a phalanx, a circle, a loose, a shield wall. I'm like, so Chronicle Medieval is like Chronicles plural, Medieval singular, is like Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, but only the battle aspects that we know so far, where it's a little more gruesome. The fighting's more decked out, but playing Bannerlord Drill, like I said, there's a ton of you saw me play Bannerlord. There's RPG elements. There's 1,000 fucking things. There's economy, which by the way, Drill, I'm only like 10 hours in. I craft so much shit. Charcoal's like a byproduct. I've crashed my world's economy for charcoal because there's so much of it. Because the charcoal went from selling at $300 a pop to like $5. Here you go. Just it's charcoal. Who gives a shit? Yeah. So, but Chronicles Medieval, I'm not. That's a game I'm not buying because it's kind of like, well, hey, we have Chronicles at home. Hey, we have that at home. It's called Bannerlord, and I am streaming it.
Yeah.
Speaking of rappers. Wiz Khalifa's been working out. He's in the UFC and he's now in Hitman. The Hitman.
Okay.
Cause I don't know if you know, but Joel, but Hitman's having these like events. I really don't know. I have to look into this. I don't know if these are like free events or DLCs.
Like the Eminem events and all that shit.
Yeah. Drell, it's been a few years. Power World is officially coming out. Remember
the 1.0, huh? They're officially releasing it.
Is being officially released. Nintendo said we're gonna stop suing you, because we own everything. Go fuck yourself, Nintendo. And then Power World's coming out. So, yeah.
Crazy.
Well,
good for them, man. Because it's the fact that they won a Nintendo lawsuit. Like, kudos, man.
Yeah.
Like that's like slow clap. You know what I mean? Good for them.
Wolf Among Us. You out for that?
It's funny. I think I have I don't have any of the DLCs. If they have additional DLCs from it, but I know of Wolf Among Us. I haven't played it fully. I need to because it's like a very good game from what I've heard. But it's one of those Steam games I bought and never played. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's like same thing. I hear it's good. I just never played it because that was during Telltale's era where they're pumping out games like every 6 months. Like,
yeah,
you're saturating.
They're killing shit.
You're saturating your own market, which they did.
Yeah,
yeah,
they did.
What else we got here? Okay, Joel. Good news. Do you think this Jeff Keighley event ended with a better game than High Guard? Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
What?
I mean,
you think
obviously
you think Final Fantasy VII Revelation is better than High Guard that's already fucking dead? How dare you? But hero shooters are the new thing, Drell. They're so popular with the kids.
I'm curious to see what he's gonna do for this year's Game Awards, but I find it. Is it just me, or I find it hilarious that Square Enix is like, you know what? Since you guys bitched at us for years and years wanting a remake of Final Fantasy VII, I'm gonna make you motherfuckers pay for 3 games.
I'll be honest, Joe. I had to remember they're doing that. I had to remember that they are doing that. They pulled the fucking Hobbit. Hey, the Hobbit's a small children's book. 3 movies. Pay me, bitches.
Like, it looks great. Like, at least the quality is there, right? It looks amazing. But I just find that funny. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers were like, you know what? I didn't want to make this shit in the first place, but now that we're forced to make it, you motherfuckers are going to pay for 3 games. You know what I mean? But
yep.
hell, the crowd was like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess, they got what they wanted. But yeah, I thought that was a much better way to end the show versus, the bullshit that everyone was talking about for the first half of the year for this year. So.
Yeah. It was fun. I'm glad Jeff Keighley had that event. In terms of Jeff Keighley's event, yeah, there's usually a pass or fail. I think it passed. I think the Game Awards, we all talked about it's like High Guard. Ew. Way to serve me steak and then piss on my ice cream, Jeff. Thanks. I mean, that ribeye was good, but why'd you gotta piss on my ice cream like that? Fuck that dessert. Which he definitely had to know coming to this. He was like, okay, I can't fucking do it. By the way, Joel, I was watching that live. And I loved all the comments. High Guard 2.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny, the spamming of that.
I'm glad Matt Mercer was there. For those of you who don't know, he's like a really popular voice actor. He's not like the level of Troy Baker, but he voices a ton of shit, and he's really popular for all of his D&D stuff.
But yeah, the crowd went wild when they saw him. I said, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah,
Okay.
no, he's really cool. He's really good. He's I would put him up there at the same level as Troy Baker, except that just Troy Baker just happens to have put it this way, if you look at Matt Mercer's IMDb of voice acting and Troy Baker's, they're right there. It just happens to be that Troy Baker has done, like I said, Joel and like award-winning other shit. But
Mercer's like Unk.
But
He's
so
like Unk.
so is Matt Mercer. So like I said, so is
Or
so,
Mercer, I mean. Mercer's
yeah.
Unk. He's kind of been doing it for probably longer, arguably, right?
Like put this way, Matt Mercer is McCree, the cowboy from like Overwatch. He's game voice doing it live game voice acting. No, he's done a bunch. He's been Leon Kennedy. He's been Leon Kennedy a few times. Oh, my guy from Yakuza Like a Dragon. He's the main character.
Oh, okay.
He's
Nice.
been Ganondorf. He's been Ganondorf a few times. And of course, for this game, he's played Vincent, the red guy with the guns that transforms into a beast. He's played Vincent multiple times throughout the iteration, so he's coming back as Vincent. But I don't know if you saw, not only that, he's coming back not only as Vincent, he's coming back as the narrator. So he's gonna be the narrator for a lot of what's happening here. He was a character in Dispatch. Remember that superhero Telltale-ish game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said,
Nice.
he just has a long list to him where it's like he's just not known as, like, at least in the gaming world, he's not like as quote unquote as known as Troy Baker, but at the same time he had a big welcome reception at the Game Awards, so I'm happy for it. So I'm happy for him. And to put it this way, Jarrell, like his D&D campaign, like his YouTube show, they had like a Kickstarter goal of, let's say, like, I'm gonna say 200,000, and they set a record for like highest Kickstarter campaign like ever with like, I don't know, like 10 million or some shit. And
Nice.
and they're still going strong. So put this way, Jarrell, you have Amazon Prime, Vox Machina. That's your boy. That's Matt Mercer. That's Matt Mercer and his whole crew.
Okay.
That's Matt Mercer's whole crew. So speaking of that, Drell, not soccer. We're not fucking sponsored by Amazon. How many times I've said fuck Jeff Bezos? Sorry, closed. That's the lid that's been closed. But real quick, Drell, no, with Amazon Prime, if you're looking for a show to watch, that's kind of different. Vox, look up Vox Machina. It's a good show, and that's like Matt Mercer's Dungeons and Dragons group, and so he is the voice of Vincent and the narrator in this. But with Jeff Keighley, and this show and his showcase, I think he did great.
Yeah.
I will say, Drill, spoiler and a slash apologies. In a few months, when Gamescom happens, you're gonna get a lot of messages from me saying, "I wish I was there, but I'm okay that I'm not. God damn it, that'd have been cool if I was there. God damn it." So for those of you who don't know, at one point, I was going to go to Gamescom in August in Germany. But unfortunately, due to financial stuff, student loans, I can't. And so I won't be able to go to Gamescom. But I'm so happy for Jeff Keighley. I just had to keep telling myself, Jarrell, I have an AC on right now. I'll be celebrating my American freedom in an AC room, unlike a lot of Germans, so that's all I keep telling myself. Spoiler, Joel. Sorry, Joel. Just for context, before you're like, damn, Arthur, stop shitting on Europe. There's a lot of areas in Europe that don't have air conditioning. So just before you, So just for those who don't know, it's a running joke where, just for whatever reason, Americans will visit Europe and be like, where the fuck are the ACs? We're like, no, we don't do that. We just sweat because we're not as fat. We're like, fuck. Drill. I have one more thing before we wrap up. I know I'm rambling.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be in the horizon for Gamescom? Because think about it. We just had an ongoing, if you think about it in total, Drill, the Future Showcase, which had a lot of indie shit, Sony State of Play, Xbox's Showcase, Summer Game Fest, What do you think's gonna be the big like top 5 moments of like Game Fest?
It's a really good question. I think we're gonna see more of what Hideo Kojima's been cooking up. So we've seen a lot of these teaser trailers for
Yeah, that one,
that shit.
that like the I want to say the redheaded girl from the It movies,
Yeah.
the redheaded girl.
Yeah.
She the passion project from
Yeah.
the Key and Peele.
With,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm just throwing out
Jordan
buzzwords.
Peele.
There was a video game awards where Jordan Peele from Nope was on stage and revealed Kojima's quote. Remember Drell quote?
Yeah.
Passion project. Ooh, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
That was announced as an Xbox game. Will that be console exclusive?
I'm gonna say no. I don't think Kojima. I don't think Kojima would have it be a console exclusive.
Well, I would say Metal Gear Solid, but that was less him. That was more of
That was more Konami.
Konami. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he could give a shit, honestly. After Sons of Liberty, he could give a shit. But yeah, I think we're gonna see more from Space Marine 3, right? Because that wasn't officially announced. So that should be exciting. At that point, we should see more gameplay as far as for Aliens Isolation 2. That we should see more from that.
Jeff does like his horror. Jeff does like his horror stuff.
Yeah, he definitely does. Those are the big things that stick out for me. What about for you?
I had it and I lost it.
I would like to see a new first-person shooter that's not Call of Duty, or, I mean, if it was Battlefield, maybe. But you know,
I think we might get more of The Witcher. Witcher 4. I think we're gonna get more Witcher 4. I think we're gonna get more GTA 6. Because if you think about it, Joel, we've actually seen a little bit. If you actually really think of it, we've only seen like CGI story clips. I think we might get.
That's true. You know that I have another hot take. The game will be. It's not. This isn't a hot take, but the second part of it maybe. While I do think it will be the biggest game release launch, I think of all time, it might not make as much as GTA 5.
I agree.
I don't think it will.
I 100%
I don't think
agree.
it will. I don't think it will. You know, I think there's too much. One, it took too long. It took too long. Two, I don't think there's going to be as many people picking it up on both consoles. I think it's going to be very uneven. And then also you have Helix that's going to be coming out around the same time, or it'll be later fall, right? And that'll be one of the big driving games releasing it. Helix is going to be fucking expensive. So that's going to be like the same folks that buy the Xbox ROG Ally X20 that with the XR glasses there, that's like $2,000.
Helix,
right? So
Helix being the new Xbox console.
Yeah.
Try just playing catch up.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Just for the audience, for the listeners and watchers, viewers. But yeah, I think, and then because of this economy, as far as for what's happening, you know, and on one side of the spectrum, we've seen time and time again that when someone wants something, they get it. But I think on the other side of the spectrum, I think a lot of people are tired of GTA for waiting. A lot of people are kind of turned off, especially about the supposed rumors of a lot of this privacy stuff, anti-privacy.
Yeah, you'll need a
stuff happening.
Government ID to play the game online.
Right. And that's not gonna. I mean, people hate AI right now. They think they're gonna fucking want to do that shit. You know what I mean? Because that whole thing's been happening on various platforms. You know, where these companies want to lie and say it's for children's safety when really they want your information so ICE can have it. But yeah, I think I think it's going to be the biggest It's going to be one of the biggest launches of all time. I don't think it's going to outsell GTA 5.
I
I don't
agree.
think so. Tell it.
I agree.
Yeah. And it might be an obvious thing because obviously GTA 5 came out 13 years ago. So it's like you got to catch up on 13 years of sales. But I still don't think, I don't think it's going to do it. I don't think it's going to do it, especially with, and we don't even know what the fuck the price of the game is going to be, right? They have to, because they know that it came out 13 years ago, they're going to try to make it $90 or whatever it is.
The CEO wants the CEO wants to be $100.
Right.
The CEO wants to be $100 and pay per hour.
Right. Which is like ridiculous. I'm like, there's no world where people will accept that, So, yeah. So that's kind of my thing when it comes to that.
I agree. Like I said, it's me. No one's gonna say it's gonna be an unpopular game or won't sell. But you're right. You're not. You and I were there. Like I said, we hosted again, 512 people at our midnight launch. We were on the fucking ground running that shit. Don't quote the old magic there. We were there when it's fucking raining. Okay. You're right. I think it's. Here's why I think. Here's the thing, Joe. Because we had so many games come out where we played Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4, that because we had like so many games to eat good from, we were starving. So by the time GTA 5 come out, we all jumped at it. Now we've all been just barely living off of GTA 5's tit. They've been dying like they've been milking forever. Q analogy here. I'm fucking tired. That I think because the dynamic of having like that many run of games in like a 7-year time span versus a single game for more than 10 years will affect minimally. You're right. The release of GTA 6 compared to 5. I think also there's GTA 5 is also with every year is delayed drill, more games have come out to absorb our attention and to show us what fun games can be. Like Slay the Spire 2, Hogwarts Legacy, Breath of the Wild 2, whatever, Tears of the Kingdom 2, Breath of the Wild Tears number fucking 2. The breathing tears of the Zelda bitch. I don't fucking know. Crimson Desert, Expedition 33. What's soon to be other cooperative games like Far West, like I said, Far West. Horror games like Alien Isolation 2. What I'm saying, Israel, it's like every year they've waited to come out thinking they're top shit. Put it this way, Gerald. Let's say they were top shit when they came out, which, the records show it. What I'm saying is, GTA 5 day one, the gap from gold to silver, fucking massive to a level we've yet to experience again as a society. What I am saying is now the gap from gold to silver isn't as big. They're still getting gold, but silver and bronze will not be a quote-unquote landslide behind them like it was during GTA 5's gold peak era. Like you said, Joel, you and I were in the industry for years. Not even years. Put it this way, Joel. Even ignoring the console update, like before they said, hey, it's for 360, now the One, now the Series. Ignoring that. Like just for the 360 alone and just for the PS3 alone, you're right, Joel. A week never went by we did not sell that game. Ever. People were constantly buying that game. But with GTA 6, that's where I think because the competitors for silver and gold game of the year when this drops, it's not like I said the gap it was when it came out. So
yeah.
And that's the thing too, Joel, like you said. How many times have not us and a lot of people talked about the hype? Like the hype's gone down.
Yep.
That's what I thought. That's my thought. But yeah, upside down side, we took a bye week, and bye week or not, Drell, every event happened in a week.
Yeah, the time we were like, yeah, they were pod this week, just the shit storm of gaming news. So I'm glad we have stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, holy shit, so good stuff, man. Good stuff. So well, with that being said, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for hanging out with us here in the Gamers for Life podcast. Of course, each and every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, discussing all things games. I'm one of your hosts, Ro. With me is Arthur Thomas. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.